Hello everyone, good to be with you. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. We're discussing the end of an era. In 1978, I believe it was, the Ring magazine ratings were compromised. ABC attempted to host a boxing tournament, and the corruption spread to the Ring ratings, and their credibility was about shot. They needed to bring in Burt Randolph Sugar and some other people to restore it as a credible rating system. The only independent rating system accepted universally the world over. Well, here we are in 2013. It's been a few years. There have been questions. Oscar de la Hoya, president, promoter, CEO, Golden Boy Productions. He salvaged and saved the publication. And he said, "You will not have to worry. I will not let my influence as a promoter find its way into the ratings." We've been seeing troubling sights for a while, and now it's become apparent, if not obvious at this point, that it's the end of an era. That at this point, boxing fans have to begin looking elsewhere for objective ratings. It appears that, you see something once, twice, 3 times, 5 times. The trend has gone to the point where the Ring ratings have, I believe, almost removed themselves from credibility. Now, the most recent example is in the middleweight division. We have someone who became the real champion, Sergio Martinez. Not a titleist, an actual world champion. Now, we have a hot developing prospect in Gennady Golovkin. We have a hotly promoted contender, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We have these fighters, there are other ones in the division. But with the middleweight division, you do not have a middleweight champion at this point until Martin Murray has been defeated. Martin Murray went to Argentina, and 50% of the boxing world believes he narrowly defeated the undisputed middleweight champion Sergio Martinez. 50% believes he narrowly lost. Clearly, if it wasn't in Argentina, we may have a middleweight champion named Martin Murray. This is a man who has one technical loss on his record, but is undefeated. And he's in the number 7 spot by the Ring magazine. Number 7. Now, clearly, obviously, he's number 2. If you want to say that the Martinez decision was really close, go ahead. Everybody knows it was close. Not necessarily controversial. It was a backyard environment. Murray knew that going in. He dropped the champion twice, controlled almost exclusively the second half of the fight, with the exception of a few rounds. And he's the number 2 man in the division. Gennady Golovkin cannot pass him, no matter who likes him or how exciting his power is. He cannot pass him. Chavez Jr. can't pass him. No one can pass the man except Martinez himself. So while the champion is waiting out surgeries to correct his medical problems from his last bout, he's making a commitment to come back against Golovkin. And if he does so, a lot of people will say, well, that's great, he's willing to face that. But the instant he faces anyone other than Murray, he forfeits the credibility of the championship. Now, I'm a stickler, I'm a purist, many of you are too. You say, if you face someone as the champion and you don't defeat them, you have to face them again. And I'm one of those guys. People say, be realistic. Be reasonable. I don't want to be realistic, and I don't want to be reasonable if it means that the best contender doesn't immediately get an opportunity to fight again. England right now is boasting a fight between Tyson Fury and David Haye. They're saying Tyson is saying, not since 1993 have we had this type of a bout. Martin Murray will become the de facto middleweight champion of the world the instant Sergio Martinez fails to do his duty and grant this man an immediate rematch. That's my opinion. The idea that you can put him as the number 6 contender, the number 7th man behind the champion, is a demonstration of a lack of integrity, and at the very best, a glaring weakness in your rating. At worst, you're complicit in more than incompetence, but in corruption. So I believe that as the middleweight division goes, so goes the credibility of the ring ratings. As Martin Murray goes, so goes the credibility of the sport. All of it is hinging upon Sergio Martinez and Martin Murray, because there is no middleweight champion if Martin Murray is not convincingly beaten. That's the way it is. My opinion. Give me yours. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. I'm Christian Shreve, and I'm here to tell you about why I think you should own my new book, Money Boxing, which is on sale now. Money Boxing has something for everyone, whether or not you know anything about boxing. You're about to receive a backstage pass into a world of glamour, corruption, and intrigue. And you're going to learn about the system, which is the only thing the casinos have had to fear in a long time. You can own Money Boxing by clicking on the link below now. I think you'll like it.